All right, guys, we're back with another one, and I know that we just released the Epstein Files video where we talk about the horrors of Epstein Island. That's right. And I mentioned Michael Jackson in that video, and I was like, you know what? I might as well just do a whole video based on Michael Jackson. This guy deserves it. This guy has been through it. Also, another thing, real quick, I hope you guys enjoyed the Supermarket Simulator gameplay that's on Roblox. I never saw myself being a Roblox player. My kids got me into it, and I started playing Supermarket Simulator, and I've been addicted. As you can see, I've really been grinding on this game quite a bit. So I took a shot in the dark there, and I hope that you guys actually enjoy it. Anyway, let's talk about Michael Jackson, shall we? Because this guy has been through a lot in his lifetime. Recently, we found something out. We found out Michael Jackson's relation to Epstein Island. And I know what you're thinking. You probably thought he was the ringleader there. You probably thought he was on and off that island constantly. Absolutely not. This man wanted nothing to do with this island. This man wanted nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein or anybody associated with him. In fact, what Michael Jackson was trying to do was keep all these children safe, keep all these kids safe. He was trying to keep them away from Epstein's island because he knew what was going on over there. He knew that there was some crazy and he couldn't say anything about it. He couldn't do nothing about it. You know what? I mean, that was out of his control. And the poor guy was probably too scared, too afraid to do anything about it. I could only imagine how many times he wanted to speak up and say something, but he had to keep his mouth shut. That's terrifying. Now, I can't say that he's entirely innocent. There was that one scenario where he hung his kid or his baby out of a window or a balcony. That happened when I was like really young, so I don't remember all of the details. I don't have it all. And I guess he was just getting kind of fed up with paparazzi, wanting to see what his kid looked like, wanting to see his kid, wanting to pictures, videos, evidence of his child. And I think he named the kid Blanket or something like that. It was very strange. But he did end up hanging his like little baby out of a window or a balcony, and that wasn't right of him. He shouldn't have done that. I'm sure he was pretty angry at that point in time. But you know what? We digress. Let's talk about the major thing here. Let's talk about this world that Michael Jackson created, Neverland. And this was a place that he bought and he didn't create it, but he bought it and made it his own. And he really made a spot that symbolized a desire there to hold on to eternal youth, childhood wonder, and freedom, while creating a fantastical escape from his own lost childhood due to early fame. So basically, what happened to Michael Jackson was he didn't have much of a childhood. All right, he didn't. It just didn't exist. He had fame at such a young age. He was part of the Jackson 5, I believe, and his dad really pushed this on him. He was overworked at such a young age to be a star, and he did become a star, and it really did help him out a lot, but because he didn't have that childhood, he had to create that in his adult years and created Neverland, a fun place, almost like a kind of amusement park for children, and he had tons of kids there, and he was keeping them safe. I know what you're thinking. I know immediately what you're thinking, that he was doing some gross things. That's not the truth at all. That's not what he was doing. He was providing a spot for these kids to be safe, to have fun, and enjoy life, and stay away from Jeffrey Epstein's island. Because he knew what it was like to not have a childhood. He knew what it was like to not enjoy life, to not enjoy anything, really. He didn't have that adolescence, he didn't have that. And that all got taken away from him. So he created this property and this place, and it was a utopia, and he enjoyed it, and all of the kids there enjoyed it too, including Macaulay Culkin. There was a bunch of ones on there. I wonder if I can find some, but I know Macaulay Culkin, and I think Aaron Carter or someone. I think it was Aaron Carter was there too when he was younger. I want candy. Yeah, the kid that did that song. He was there as well, staying away from all the craziness. But these people came out and they said that Michael Jackson had never done anything to them and that he would never do anything to them. You can watch interviews where Michael Jackson's talking and you could see the honesty in his eyes. He talked about it was foolish to ever hurt a child in such a way and that it was ridiculous to even do anything like that. And it blows my mind. It blows my mind that he was even called out for things like this. And I think it was because he was such an easy target. He was such a, I don't want to say odd, because that's kind of like offensive, because he wasn't really odd. He was different. He was unique. You know, he ended up with getting the skin disease. He was just a different kind of breed of person, and actually a very smart person. And he did wonders for this world, for these kids, for these people. And I'm so glad he was around when he was, because had he not been, there would have been so many other children involved in Epstein's Island, and that's just dangerous. That there's so much danger there, and it's silly, you know. It's crazy, and I'm glad. I'm very thankful for Michael Jackson. So Neverland really was created to protect the children, protect the kids, and to keep Epstein away. And he was silenced, though. He was absolutely silenced and shoved away, and again put at blame for doing horrible things to kids, and it never happened. So I give props to Michael Jackson. The dude definitely deserves it. The dude definitely needs it. He was a wonderful musician, and you know he's got a few songs that I like of his. I'm not a huge Michael Jackson fan, but as a person, I do respect him. I do respect the things that he did and the levels that he went to make sure that these children were kept safe and kept away from Jeffrey Epstein. It's horrible. It's horrible, the world that we live in. And as I stated in the last video, I talked about how Michael Jackson passed away, actually died, with thinking the world hated him, thinking that everybody was out to get him. And it's a horrible thought. It's a horrible, horrible thought. He was trying to speak. He was trying to scream, and nobody was there to help the poor guy. Nobody was there to support him, to be on his side. If only he was alive today. I really wish he was alive to see the fall of Jeffrey Epstein. I really wish he was alive to see his work at peace. I wish he was still around today to see all the good that he did for those kids. And I know he was working towards it. He spent the last remaining years of his life working towards peace, working towards helping these kids out. And I've been seeing a lot of that in history. Seems like every time that we have someone that actually wants to be there, that wants to be involved with creating peace on this planet, they end up passing away or going missing, or something happens to them. And it's not a coincidence. These people are being taken now away from our world, our planet here that we live on, and it's not good. It's terrible. It just goes to show that, like, you know, you do good things, bad things will happen to you. You know what I mean? It's horrible. That's just how negative and sour this world that we live in is. And, you know, I still encourage it, though. I encourage you guys to go out and do good into the world and help out other people and help those in need, because we need more of that. We need more peace on this planet with all the violence in the world and sex on TV. Just using a Family Guy reference, my bad. But seriously, all the violence and craziness in the world, we need more peace. We need more people to be out there and helping each other out. Help one another out. You see someone you need help, give them a hand. I don't care what you got to do. Give them a ride to the store. Offer them some food if they're hungry. Whatever it is, whatever you got to do on this planet to better it, put your part in, because we need it. We need it in this world. Michael Jackson was taken out too soon. And I don't think he was, like, murdered or anything like that. That's kind of crazy. I think that he just died at a young age. I think he was, in his 50s? Somewhere alongside of his 50s. I think it was like early to mid 50s he passed away. Something to do with his medication and his doctor or something like that. I don't rightfully know, and I don't want to start giving you guys information that I don't know anything about. You know, I want to provide you guys with facts. I want to provide you guys with something that is legit. The last thing I want to do is spread rumors around, because there's already enough of that in the world. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys so much for listening. I do appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Rest in peace, Michael Jackson, because he was one hell of a human being. Again, it's just tragic that he passed away and left this world with thinking the world hated him and having all this grief and everything. That's just horrible. That's freaking horrible. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. My social media links are going to be listed down below. If you want to follow me on any of my socials, go hit that subscribe button, because we need more of you guys. Let's group together now. Let's build this community. We can be one. Hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I not go live, but whenever I upload. Man, it's been a long day already for me. And again, guys, thank you all so much. I wish you all well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.